Hi guys, welcome to UX Ninja. Today we'll be talking about Rive and Lottie files. Rive and Lottie files both are a platform for us interaction designers or UX designers to actually create something cool for our projects, websites, and then easily embed it on our apps and websites. The both the platforms work with SVG graphics, and both the platforms are very interactive, but there's a difference to their how robust they are, and that's what we'll be covering today in the video. I'll quickly go through the benefits of Lottie. So Lottie basically replace GIFs for me and replace small video animations for me, because before Lottie, if I had an animation I want to put on a website, I would make a GIF, make it lossless, put it on the website. It doesn't look that good it looks in your prototype, and then it used to slow down the website. But Lottie came in, and then Lottie reduced the size by 600%. They're saying, I believe it, and 10 times faster to ship. And I've never seen any animation from Lottie lag on any phone, so they're pretty good. They never lag, and the size you can see is very small because it's an SVG. So that's one strong point. Very great performance. Other good thing about Lottie is the integration. Integration is super simple. You can go to any animation you want. You will get an embed link or an iframe code. Take it, put it whatever supports it. Your website HTML code on your app, wherever you want to put it, you can put it there, or you can also use it in directly integrating with page builders, Webflow, etc. And that's it. You sorted. Another strong point with Lottie is heaps of integration with plugins. It's integrated with After Effects, so you create your animation in After Effects, and then you can export it in JSON body moving, and then you can directly put it on your Lottie files, and then you can start using the animation. So that's plain and simple, easy. You can also, for your clients or for your stakeholders, your prototypes, you can have the plugin for Adobe, new plugin come out for Adobe, and then for Figma, you can use them and then put your prototype, send it to your clients, and then it just makes it so much easier than putting it all on a website or on a dummy. If it's for an app as well, you can send your prototype for the app and the interactions on it, and you can put the trigger on it, and then it works perfect. So that's another strong point. The fourth point, strong point, is it's got a marketplace, which is like if you're not an animator, you don't have to worry about it. You can come here, go and discover, see on marketplace. You can find heaps of animations over there. Some of them are not so good, some of them very good, will save you a lot of time. You have to just go and look and browse, and they're not that expensive for the amount of time they save, and how they make your project look and feel. It's a big change, and I really think they're worth it. If not, you can create your own, or you can also, if you want to create something that is custom, it's not over there, you can hire an animator. You can hire an animator from here. If you think the prices here are too much, you can hire an animator from Fiverr, or you can hire them from some other platform, and just need to animate it in After Effects and then export it into the plugin. So you get a JSON file. Any JSON file, you'll be able to use it here, and that's it. You're done. A few drawbacks with Lottie files is the online editor is not that great. So when you try to edit it, it's basically just a color editor. You don't edit any size, shape, transform, nothing. You just get all the layers, and then you're changing the colors of the layer. That's all you do. But it's better than it was before. I remember it just changing the background color, which was so stupid. I don't know why they did it, but they used to do that. So yeah, editor not that good. Second point, if you need to know After Effects to make any animation on it, and not a lot of people are fan of After Effects. As you can see, this is one example for a Lottie animation. This is how many layers you have to put in there, and this the interface is just too chunky for just interaction designers who are not, like, if we are not working with any studio, or if we are not working with like full time just an animator, we need quick animation tools which we can quickly use, just change of transform properties and scale and just basic properties that we use, not so much of the particles and stuff which is in After Effects, and it might just overwhelm you. If you're new to it, it might take you a bit more time to learn as well. So yeah, that's one drawback of Lottie. The online editor is not that robust, and you need to use After Effects. And another drawback of Lottie would be other animation. You if you need to edit them, you need to go download them and then open in your After Effects and then edit them. So you can't edit them in browser. Another drawback, the bigger drawback, is state machine. They don't have any state machine, which means that you cannot put triggers beyond scroll or the viewport. So the only interactivity it responds to is your viewport. So when you're scrolling, your trigger is, you see on your scroll, this is responding. So it responds to your scroll, it responds to hover, and it responds to just your viewport. So if your viewport is active, you're gonna see that animation. If not, then you won't. So it doesn't have too many interactivity options. This is where Rive comes in. Rive takes all that pain point of that many interactivity options and gives you just a really robust platform where you can animate like a lot of things and everything can be triggered. So, for example, they've got so many examples over there. You can create a character animation that goes from beginner, intermediate, expert. It's got three stages, and then suppose it was a game. You're at level one, you map it to the beginner. You go to level 2, you map it to the intermediate. You go to level 3, you map it to the expert. So it's easy to map triggers on Rive. And then there's also, you can map gestures, and there's range sliders. You can animate from 0 to 100, and this thing in between will animate itself for you. So it's very robust. The other thing is, if you see someone else's animation, if you like this animation, suppose, it's very easy to deconstruct. You can just click on it, you can open in Drive, and it will open it in its own editor. So the own editor is also where I think this wins it for me. It's so simple. It doesn't have too many options. It will not overwhelm you. You've got only a few tools right now here, and then this is the design mode where you design things. You can just click, and then you got all these blend options, and then you got the shape, transform, scale options, color options. You can change these, and when you're happy with changing whatever you want to change, maybe let's just make it for the sake the row different color. Oh, do that. When you're done with the change, you can go on the animate, and then you can just play it and see how the animation looks. I will explain state machines in another video, but this is just a quick overview that it's easy to deconstruct the other animations, and their own online editor is very robust, so you can do a lot more things onto it, and then you can just animate it over here, and you don't have to worry about importing it from somewhere else. You just use it over here. So that's great. Another good thing that they are doing is they used to only support SVG images, but now they are also supporting raster images. So if you are designing something on Unity, or if you design something on a 3D platform, you want to use that in this animation, you can map it to this animation and you'll be able to use it. So I think they've got an example in the community over here. So yeah, this is the example of using a raster image. This is all 3D created, and they're using it. They have using it, these assets, they created them, and then you don't have to create them over here. You can just bind them to the bones, and then you can animate them. And coming to that, bones is, the animator on this is so good that you have a lot more options, and just dedicated to us what we would want to do. So it's got inverse kinetics. I don't even know how to say it. Let me say it on the side. It's got inverse kinetics. It's got bones. You create bones, and then you can just move your bones across, and the whole character will move for you. It's got transform constraint, so you can map one object, and if other objects is getting bigger, you can like link them together. That if this one gets bigger, this one gets this much bigger, or if this one get this smaller, this one get this much smaller. We'll go more in detail in later videos, but the editor on this is robust, and it's got a lot more options than that. And the other good thing about this is the performance of this has been very great. I've used this on our app, and I've used this on some websites as well, and the performance is pretty much same as Lottie. uh, Although it has a lot more detailing on these graphics, but the performance, I haven't seen any difference yet. Maybe I assume the more layers you add, interactivity you add, it might change a bit, but I haven't seen any difference on the performance. Another good thing about this is it's free and it's on your own browser, so you don't have to download it. But you also get one on, you can download it like from here. Me, I don't know where you download it from. Oh, I think. Oh, yeah, yeah. When you're in the editor, you can download the web app. You can install the Rive, and you can install the web app. You'll have the web app sitting over here, and then you can use it just over there. So that's another good point. There are a few drawbacks with Rive. One, it's in beta, and it's gonna die on you sometimes. So, for example, if I delete something, go back, it's working right now. Sometimes you get the dinosaur of death trying to do something, and then you delete, and then you try to control Z, and then you'll get the dinosaur of death. So what I do for that is I just keep a backup, keep a download every, like, not every time I just do it on a major update. I just keep a backup, and then you can just drag and drop the backup over there, and then you can just start from where you finished. The other thing which is still maturing with this is the community is not that big. They're still putting more graphics and stuff onto it, but uh, the animations are, some of them are good, some of them are not that good. Most of the good animations are by the creator. I think it's JC Toons. They're putting most animations. But yeah, people are getting more active onto it and putting more graphics. So if you're a good animator, the platform can use you, and potentially they'll come up with a marketplace themselves, and you can make some more money onto it. Because any Rive animator would be only a Rive animator. It won't be anyone from After Effects, because you need to use this platform to have animation for Rive. You can't import it from After Effects. Another drawback is the import is not perfect. So when you're importing something you created in your Adobe XD, it's got a lot of blend layers. It's got a lot of, you try to make a lot of shadows with the blend and stuff. You drag and drop it. It won't pick up all the detailing. It'll pick up the shape, but it won't pick up all your blends and stuff. So I would prefer making things in Rive, so that I don't you don't have to do it again and again, outside and inside this platform again. But in saying that, when you make it in Rive, if you want them for promotional content, you won't be able to do that because you can't export graphics from here. So once you make a graphic here, you can only download the project as a RIV file. You can't export the graphics, and then that's a big pain point, because if I have a character for an app which I'm designing in Rive, because I design outside and I pull it in, it won't look the same. I design in Rive and I want it for mockups, I want it for EDMs, I want it for other promotional content. I won't be able to. So yeah, that's a big pain point. So I think that we can sum it up. This is what I think are the benefits of Lottie files: easy embedding, great performance, big marketplace, replaces GIFs, heaps, plugins, and integrations. The drawbacks: no state machines, online editor is not as robust, need knowledge of After Effects to create your own animation, and editing others' animation is not that simple. Whereas in Rive, you've got state machines, so this is very good. State machine really fucking saves the day. Easy and powerful online editor. The online editor has a lot more capabilities, very easy to understand, and you can do a lot more things on it. It's got great performance, and it supports raster images, so you can make your 3D elements, and then you can put it on your animation, and then you can use it, and it will be like a 3D thing working. It's kind of like a decoy, but it's 3D. Various animation tools like Bones, Inverse Kinematics, and duplicate existing project. Deconstructing them is easy. It is in beta, it can die on you sometimes, so keep a backup. No marketplace and less quality animations at the moment, but it's your chance to put in more. And import is not perfect for blends, and no export for SVG credit and Rive. So that's all. Well, in my next video, I'll be taking you guys through how I will make this animation in Rive. This is basically for one of my clients. I did a review, and this was the animation, the drag bar, which goes down, and then the client can put a review. We'll be designing this section, creating it with state machines on Rive in the next video. So stay tuned. And I can't find where my thing is.